Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Astral shaman PernellBobby. Just taking a moment to really compliment Shireen and the whole Dream with Shireen wave that's happening. I worked with her for about 8 weeks. I personally chose the one-on-one option. I do know that there's courses coming in order for you to learn how to interpret your dreams and do the deeper inner work. And really what I want to say up front is this is something I know that is a very private and intimate type practice. You know, when you're working with dreams, you're working with the truth. And when I say the truth, what I'm saying is you can't really lie in the astral realm. And this is one of the things that I had learned from Shireen already. This is one of the things that I learned is the most important thing, where it's like you can talk to somebody else and you know, y'all can have a conversation. It could be a whole bunch of foolery, a whole bunch of things that actually are just not true. They're just not accurate. It's just a bunch of people pleasing. But in the dreams, in the astral world, people pleasing does not exist. You know, what is your current reality will be. And so anybody that knows astrology, I'm an astrologer myself. If you're ever going through a 4th house transit, an 8th house transit, a 12th house transit, these are the water houses, whether it's Pisces, you know, Cancer and Scorpio. And those water houses are very deeply connected to the moon. They're very deeply connected to intuition, to psychic messages. 12th house being the dreams world, places of isolation, places of retreat. And what I want to say is this is when I really recommend you do work with Shireen during these seasons, during these times. And that's going to be very individual for each person. So again, that depends on how well you know astrology, but generally you're going to know when you feel more recluse, if you are actually more of a person who likes to talk a lot. And so and if not just talk a lot, like just have to deal with a lot of people throughout your day-to-day. But when you find those seasons, certain times of the year, like right now for example, it's the winter solstice, right? The days are shorter and it gets darker earlier. Generally these are the themes, or these are the times when it's more warranted to do deeper inner work. And that's when I feel like you should really kind of start looking into these time frames to really work with Shireen, whether again, like I said, it's on a one-on-one base or the membership. I don't know if it's memberships or courses itself. I personally did a one-on-one work for 8 weeks, and I know I was going through a 12th house transit, and I had a lot of questions that, quite frankly, I felt like only my dreams can answer. I didn't feel like my partner can answer. I didn't feel like business associates or social peers can answer. It didn't matter what kind of conversation I had. Only my own inner world can answer you know, the deeper healings that I personally needed, the traumas that I've experienced myself that were trapped in my body. I had indications in my dream world that were telling me about the abundance that was waiting for me, that was telling me about the healing that was waiting for me, about the guides that were waiting for me to just be able to start to listen. And if you find yourself going through one of these stages in life, this is when I recommend you kind of work with Dream with Shireen and just see what she has to offer, see how these things progress. Personally, I speak about it all the time on my YouTube channel, how much it has helped me tremendously transform, and also just be able to learn how what it helped me with the most is realizing like I'm actually a really private person. It's like, though I live a public lifestyle on YouTube, it's like there are so many more things that need to stay private for my manifestations, that need to stay private. And the dream world, nothing is more private than the dream world. And you know, what has actually helped me to learn is how much I don't want to share my dreams with people anymore. As I started to understand the astral space more, I started realizing how revealing it is. And as a part of that revelation, it was tremendous for me. So really, if you're thinking about it, if you're thinking about working with somebody and you've been called to do the work, and this is what I feel like is most important, like my guides, I have been called to put more emphasis on dreams. And before I even met Dream with Shireen, I bought a dream book myself, for example. So that already let me know that I was in alignment with starting to do and starting to desire working with somebody to help me understand dreams at a higher level. And when I think about it like that, like I work with people in the dream space. Like I work with collective dreams all the time. Again, if you know astrology, like I have 12th house placements in Pluto. So this collective space and this collective unconscious, I'm truly connected with it. And it helped me start learning how to discern what's mine and what is for the people. And that was something that was tremendous, that helped me really realize like not everything that I'm dreaming is mine. Not everything is a warning. Not everything is in the current reality rather than something to come. Not everything is present. Sometimes from the past, in order for me to dip into that, to understand what's happening in my present and how do I move forward with being present in the present rather than being too caught up in the future with anxiety. So, you know, really, again, this is just a moment to express that she has a tremendous amount of years working in the dream, in the astral space. And if you find yourself wanting to work with dreams, or even want to work with other people and advance your own dream practices, like that's one of the reasons why I wanted to be able to advance my own dream practices, so that I didn't need to even come back to a dream coach or to come back to anything dream related outside of myself, but rather look and be more dependent internally within myself. And I feel like Shireen had really did that by the 8 weeks. I was able to take notes in the meanwhile, and I learned so much about even the consistencies of certain symbols within the dream, whether it's colors, whether it's interpreting names, whether it's numbers and numerology. All these things, they've always been talking to me, and Dreamer Shireen really was able to kind of help me discern more accurately what's for me and what's to pass along. So I want to say thank you. If you're looking for a big change in your life and you're going through a stage in a season where you know you are looking to look more inward, you're looking to do deeper work at a subconscious level, this is something that I truly recommend. I'll see you soon. Again, like I said, this is your Astral Shaman PernellBobby, checking in hot.